next, it's time for our fact-checking segment, Truth or Fake. Charlotte Hughes is here with that in studio. Charlotte, fact check tonight focusing on conflicting reports about how a far-right rally in London unfolded over the weekend. Tell us more.
That's right. Huge crowds holding Union Jack and St George's flags marched through central London on Saturday in a demonstration organised by far-right activist Tommy Robinson. Authorities estimate that up to 150,000 people took to the streets for this anti-immigration rally, dubbed Unite the Kingdom, and a significant policing operation was put in place, with the Met deploying some 1,500 officers. Now, on the day of the rally, London's Met Police Service posted updates of how the day's events were unfolding. Here's one of those updates. The Met said a crowd of Unite the Kingdom protesters attempted to enter a sterile area. Officers were attacked with projectiles and have had to use force to avoid their cordon being breached. Now, along with that post, the Met also published this video. Let's take a look. Now, some internet users cast doubt on whether this footage was really shot on Saturday. Some asked Grok, the AI assistant on Elon Musk's X platform, where it was filmed. And in response, Grok said, this footage appears to be from an anti-lockdown protest in London's Trafalgar Square on the 26th of September 2020, during clashes between demonstrators and police over COVID restrictions. This answer was swiftly amplified by users on X, including the Daily Telegraph columnist Alison Pearson. Another person demanded the Met Police why it was, I quote, sharing 2020 footage and passing its offers yesterday to make it look like hostile aggression from people who were actually peacefully protesting. So a pretty widespread allegation against the Met Police. As we can see, this post has racked up more than 500k views. And yes, a damning allegation, Sharon, that is, if it was actually true.
And have you been able to determine where exactly the footage came from?
So the Met actually confirmed that the footage was indeed filmed at the rally on Saturday, more precisely at the junction of Whitehall and Horse Guards Avenue. So to ex-users who were sceptical about the video, the Met said it is quite obviously not Trafalgar Square, as is suggested in the AI response that you've referenced, and it provided this labelled comparison to confirm the location. Now, as the footage that we watched earlier testifies, the comment that we looked at earlier that described this rally as peaceful does not, of course, tell the whole story. So the Met said that 26 police officers were injured, as this BBC article explains, and Assistant Commissioner Matt Twist said officers had suffered wounds, including a head injury, broken teeth, and concussion. He stated, I quote, "There is no doubt that many came to exercise their lawful right to protest, but added there were many came who were intent on violence." Now, Elon Musk, who addressed crowds via video link, as we can see here, has also come under fire. In his address, he told attendees to, I quote, "either fight back or you die." Now, these comments have been strongly denounced by Downing Street, which has accused Musk of using dangerous and inflammatory language.
Finally, Charlotte, this is not the first time Grok has falsely accused authorities of misusing footage, is it?
That is right, Sharon. So another such instance occurred back in June, not long after US President Donald Trump deployed US National Guard troops to LA in response to protests against his crackdown on immigration. So following that deployment, California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom posted these two photographs on X. They show scores of troops wearing the National Guard uniform, sleeping on the floor in what appears to be a very compact space. In the post, Newsom accused the US president of disrespecting troops. So users on X quickly turned to Grok to see if the images were authentic. In one instance, as we can see here, Grok alleged the images were recycled from 4 years ago when former US President Joe Biden pulled out troops from Afghanistan. And this rumour quickly spread online. However, non-partisan fact-checking organisation PolitiFact concluded that both of these images posted by Newsom were in fact authentic and had earlier been published in the San Francisco Chronicle, as we can see here. So while millions are turning to AI in order to fact-check, it is worth pointing out that Grok in particular has a track record of providing false and misleading answers to internet users.
Charlotte, thanks so much for that. That is Charlotte Hughes with tonight's Truth or Fake. Well, that is it from us for now. Stay with us, though, for more world news here on France 24.